This topic definitely took for a turn. I never thought we would ever be talking about
work.
God in this podcast, but now we're talking about work.
It must be God's work.
Oh,
God's plan.
Yeah.
Work or drink.
In India too, there are self-styled godmens who are millionaires. And when you look at it, India has the most number of depressed youth in the world. So people just like to hear something that makes them feel good. They do not want to take action. So there are many crazy superstitions in India as well. If you guys have seen them, there was one Jesus statue in Kerala state in India. So water was coming down from the feet of the Jesus statue. So everyone was going like, everyone was drinking. It will make them successful. It will make their dreams come true. And like people were going crazy about it. And then the team of scientists went there, how it's coming along. So there was this sewer line that was leaking from the feet, and everyone was drinking it. For 2 years. For 2 years it was going on. Yeah.
They were drinking Jesus' foot water, but it was shit water.
Oh no, that's wow.
They're crazy godmen here. Like they're like police arrested one godman last year. Someone went to him, I'm not getting any jobs, so he charged him around $400 for it. That I'll do some magic and you'll get a job. So he was like, which laptop you use? So he was like Dell, and he told, use HP, you will get the job. So after when he didn't, he like complained to the police like that I have saved up that money, I don't have any money, and he took it from me. Then police arrested him. So people are depressed and they just do not want to try. I guess they just want to waiting for the magic to happen. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
that's why, like.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I think that's the reason. Like, probably they are not taking action for their depression because they are trying to find a solution. Which, if we look at it, like there is no God. If you think of it logically, there is no magic. There is no God. God is like God. God is just a thought that people keeps it there in their mind. Like people think that God will do something for them, they won't work for it. So that's the problem.
I have a question.
In India, like yeah.
I have a question though.
Yeah,
like is it also a cultural thing in India where they don't even recognize or acknowledge that it is depression that they're going through? They just think it's just a setback, and then they'll say a prayer and it'll be fixed. Because that's how it is in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's how, like, it's similar to that. Like people think that they have done something bad in their previous lives, so that's why God is doing this to them. It's because of the God. If we do enough prayers and all, God will forgive them, and their lives will become better. And they're not working for their skills. They're not getting a proper education, but they are just praying in in Hinduism there are 1,800 gods.
Wow.
So yeah, so even a snake is a god, even the fire is a god, even the sun is a god. So if you start caring about all of that, you will be finished. You'll be thinking all of that. You won't be working for yourself. So, like people is like here. I see. I don't know if it's same in United States, but people are caring like so much that they are like now it's making them depressed. Literally, the religion is making them depressed. People, like, that's why these godmen are making billions in India, because people are depressed. So maybe like they should realize that it's not the way, and it's just God is just a thought and nothing else. They should start working on themselves, not the God.
Yeah. You brought up a good point, because like, especially a lot of, like, I'd say religious folk I know, like they more so like the older generation of Filipinos that I know, like they're thinking like just
Pray it away. Just pray.
Yeah, and then it's
like I'm depressed. Just pray.
But it's very much like how, which is more modern, the law of attraction, assuming that just a thought of it, it'll happen. Like it's a very
speak it into existence.
Yeah, I believe that
a little.
If there is, because I believe that there's a God, but I'd say like I'm on both sides of the spectrum. I believe, but also I'm also like, where's my wine at, bro? I'm just kidding. No, but
Rosie's like, come on.
But I do believe, like, because it doesn't, going back into it, like I believe that the whole God will help you or whatnot. The universe conspires to help you, or law of attraction, speaking into existence. As long as you're fucking doing your part,
you're doing your shit. Yeah, we talked about this when you were here.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, like God's like this old God. I saw it in Barney a long time ago. It was an old like little story, like where this hen was trying to bake bread or some shit like that. Try to ask all the farm animals to help make this bread. Like, hey, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? And they said, nah, I'm too busy. And then the animal, I think the hen finally makes the bread, but now everyone's trying to, hey, can I get some? Can I get some? It's the way it's, yeah. And then it's very similar in my head right now in terms of God's just going to do the work. I'll be there just to receive it. I'm just going to show up at the finish line. I just won't run the race.
Yeah. Yeah. And also that's very dangerous in the sense that you're never responsible for your acts or your victories. Like if you don't put in the work or you don't take responsibility for your mistakes, then what the fuck are you doing? Like you're not like, it's hard to say this without screwing like some perspective, because I am not religious, so I'm afraid that I see it like as an outsider, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's hard to live a fulfilling life if you are just letting God live through you instead of living by yourself.
Yeah, I think it is a generation thing of how just pray it away.
Say it again.
Say it again.
Oh,
Recent.
okay. As I think the issue, especially with the whole like praying away, like just pray it away thing kind of thing. It's I guess like our parents or like our grandparents or their parents have probably been misinformed with the whole prayer in general, like what is prayer, and then unfortunately that has just passed down generations, so it's just a lot of people just misinformed of what it is. But I think a lot of people that just hold on to God's gonna do it, but yes, but he's not a lazy God. I think it just depends how you're raised in the first place, but like even it's just, for example, like the people in the Bible, the apostles, he set them to work, like you got to do this. Oh, yeah. You have to do this. And I think it's a whole of, in my perspective and in my belief, it's more of, I trust God to get me there, and to strengthen me to allow me to do what I got to do to get where he wants me to be. That's the thing. So it's like it goes both ways kind of thing.
It's God for the assist.
God for the assist. Play.
Yeah. You know, like just get me there safely, please.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point. Like, yeah, like Jesus chose his dance crew and he was like, nah, you just because you're with me, you ain't living the good life. Y'all got to make an impact on this community. So I know I know your bitch ass was a tax collector. Now you're helping people, bitch.
Tax collector.
No, yeah, right. Wasn't one of them was right? Matthew. There we go.
It was Matthew.
Dang, God, Matthew was sleazy.
Man, all the random stuff I remember from Catholic school.
I remember
it just the information just came out of me.
Because it's cool, but I like that perspective. Like you're in my crew, but you ain't chilling. We here to make change, bro.
We talked about it before. It's like whether it's God, the universe, or nothing. Like most of the work has to come from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe or don't believe. Just fucking do it.
This topic definitely took for a turn. I never thought we would ever be talking about work. God in this podcast, but now we're talking about work.
It must be God's work.
Oh, God's plan.
Yeah.
Poor Drake. You heard the news.
You heard the news. News. ASAP Rocky got there.
I think because one thing that Mukim said, this one guy that's to scam this other person. I'll do some magic and some shit. It's similar. I think I think it's a fucking disease in the internet. Is these fucking
Snake
fake
oil salesmen,
gurus,
motherfuckers.
and even worse now if the crypto space. I don't know if you recently heard. Like, there's one guy named Ice Poseidon. He recently. I think that's what his name was, but he recently came up with his own community coin. It was meant for the people, very altruistic, like all these fucking influencers are, and then he fucking rug pulled it. It was called CX coin, and then so that's just the amount of scams, that people are putting up there, because there's people that are desperate to get out of a shitty situation, and even more so like people who get into MLMs, or people who get into fake gurus, people who are like, say, drop shipping, or trying to give you the fake entrepreneurship lifestyle, but with these Lambos and whatnot. They're so and their target market is more the people who are in tough situations that they
and those people just want to become a millionaire in a night. People have that kind of mindset. They don't have any patience. So that's how these fake gurus are working. Like they're like, take this course. I'll teach you one trick and you'll be millionaire in 10 days or 15 days. So people just like it to be quick. They don't have patience. That's how they are minting money.
Yeah, because if they were so successful, why would they want to give away the secret sauce unless majority of their income is coming from selling? Yeah, and if they are making that much of money from trading or drop shipping, so why they are wasting time in making courses? Yeah,
as simple as that.
And creating more competition for them.
There's one thing that gets me real mad, that it is when poor people or medium working class people, like when they defend billionaires.
Oh God!
Let's talk about that.
Nobody gets billionaire by working like honest work. Nobody. Like Jeff Bezos. Like last week in the news, it was the reporter telling like how many stuff did he rob from the tips and the money the people thinks is like going straight to the worker, and it's not, and the tips are not going 100% to the workers, and people keep dying in the stores, and tornadoes keep smashing factories, and it's like, bro, nobody gets billionaire like being a good person and working really hard and waking up 6 in the mornings.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I feel like
some of them actually do the work, but they end up getting lucky. Some situations, just the stars aligned for them, or whatever the fuck. Like they got lucky. Not everyone's going to do that.
And generational wealth plays a big role in that.
Yeah. We just need a lot more Mr. Beast in the world. Cause holy dang,
he's probably one of the most wholesome big YouTubers out there. Like, we'll talk about Mr. Beast in a second.
And he did the smart thing and did not move to Los Angeles.
Yeah. Then just to bounce back on these fake gurus, and then also going back to the motivational speakers, and how they use that to say you're not working hard enough, you're not putting the plan to work in our course. It creates such a negative cycle, and then it goes into I'm not doing it, because that's the thing with these courses. They again, survivorship bias, like they'll only tell the top student that's making X amount of dollars, but they won't show the rest of the students who are fucking in debt. I don't know if you guys watched just one guy named CoffeeZilla. He exposes a lot of gurus. I really got into him when he was trying to expose Dan Lok. And then he was trying to he has interviewed some survivors of this. He even interviewed the girlfriend of someone who committed suicide because they got into debt trying to get into courses. Yeah, some people would literally go into credit card debt. They would take out bank loans to get into these courses just because they're getting upsold. Like you enter this low $97 course, then $2,000 course, then $5,000 exclusive membership shit, and then no, next thing they know, people are in massive debt.
They're
Just
defaulting on loans. And
yeah, and it's sad, like because it's like they're selling these fake gurus are doing that, and then they're trying to use motivation, like you're not doing it hard, you're not working hard enough, you're not hustling, whatever. It's like, and it's they are. Everyone's
they're hustling, but they're not, getting the
Yeah.
same results because they have a different situation.
And also
Yeah.
like sorry, whenever a peer or like someone gets in a get rich quick scheme, they try and sell it to you or someone they know from your same class, and it doesn't work. Don't come try to rob me, go somewhere else. It's like the moment you put money or like the illusion of money on the table, like their dignity and their values goes out the window. It's super annoying. You're not gonna get rich, you're gonna get lonely.
Yeah,
lonely and poor.
Yeah, just to add to that, like, especially with those types of things with recruitment, the thing is now you're talking about such a touchy subject, which is money. Not everyone's comfortable talking about that. And they're trying to, and especially if you're trying to force it on someone and they're not ready for that conversation or even open, you can easily lose that friend. Because there's a saying, like if for example, MLMs, like they're most famous of recruiting. There's a saying like if you join an MLM, you'll eventually join the NFL, which is the no friends
left.
So, yeah. Go ahead, Wakim.
Yeah, I wanted to tell a story. There was one man who contacted me on Upwork. He sent me one script and he told me, "Can you hire one person to speak this on the camera?" And the script was like, "I'm a deceased cancer person. I took this pill and now I'm okay." It was pretty shitty. Like it was like it was like very bad. I don't remember the whole script. Like I lost my husband to cancer, then I lost my father to cancer, then I was having cancer, and then I bought this pill from this doctor, and also like people are making money out of that. Then I started researching about it. They are making fake testimonials, and like it's very crazy. Like the internet, one of the negatives of internet or easy marketing, the ads are very cheap. So one of the negatives of that is this kind of people, like they're actually using it in a bad way.
Yeah, they're fucking it up for all of us, dude. So I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing too. Like it frustrates me. Like the whole like when it's people like the minute they come up with some blatant lie, crazy promise, $1 million in 6 months. Easy leads and sales.
Yeah.
But if we're being honest with real, it's so much harder to get leads. And that's the thing. Like people, oh God, yeah. I'm liking this conversation.
Our frustrations.
Yeah, and like Emeroy and I have like brought up MLMs a bunch of times on Upper Tea Party just because we fucking hate it. It's like there are like a couple like success stories or whatever, people that end up getting lucky or whatever, but like you don't realize that like the people on their downline that are probably fucking suffering because they got recruited into this, because they roped them into this. Yeah. So there are people that are just like, oh, I bought like Mary Kay got me this new car, but like someone from like her downline is just like struggling because she can't sell makeup fast enough.
Yeah, and also like people don't get how money works. Like you can't print money from a new business that's, I don't know, a miracle. Whew. My dyslexia kicking in. Like
same.
The value of money is that it's limited. So whenever anybody tells you, oh no, we are gonna all be millionaires in 6 months, that's a lie. Not everyone can be a billionaire. Like in order for you to have a lot of money, a lot of people have to have a little money. Like you have to have a lot of poor people to make 2 or 3 people super rich, like the 1%, like the 0.5% that is rich right now. We have like half of the world in like climate crisis, like economical crisis, geological crisis also, because they don't even have a roof over their heads. So I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah, it's it's. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I was just like really just got in. Because the minute you started describing everything, I'm like, oh shit, like because the reality of it, and I think it's. Oh yeah, I remember it. I honestly think we need some like motivation for the regular. Hey, it's okay that you're. I think there's a lot more of that showing up on Instagram. Like, it's okay if you're not like, feeling motivated today. It's okay if you're tired. It's okay if you don't. I think the whole thing.
I follow these. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I follow these pages that they post like motivational like things, but like for people going through a lot of shit, like for depressed people, for like anxious people, me essentially. And it's like you can't you don't feel like you can make it into the shower. Wash your face. You can't clean your room today. Pick something up and put it in the garbage. One thing. Can't do all the dishes. Do one dish.
Yeah.
Or if your dishwasher sucks and you have to rinse your like dishes before you put it in to use it, run the dishwasher twice. Why would you like waste your time trying to do that? You can just run the dishwasher twice, so you don't have to think about it. Like at least it's getting done. Get it done. Fuck the rules.
Yeah, that reminds me of a saying from one of my favorite Stoics, Seneca. He says, sometimes, I looked up so I don't fuck up the quote. So sometimes even to live is an act of courage.
Yeah. Yep.
Because, shit. And I don't know. I guess it goes into the whole personal development industry. It goes because it's like people go into seminars all the time. And then they like what Maxine said earlier, people are only watching it or going or listening to it so they can get the little high, but never do anything. So which is like, I think it's a great industry in the sense who actually do it. Cause I was in it for a while. It's Tony Robbins stuff, these leadership workshops. And the thing is, I was hungry to use it. I wanted to figure out how to level up my game and shit and destroy everyone, but just kidding. But it's another thing if you never do anything. And there's some people that I met there that never really applied it. So it's just, it's so different for everyone. So did we beat this topic enough?
Yeah, I think it's dead.
This was great. Okay.
It's dead, Jim.
Okay. It's an hour. So I think we'll wrap it up here. We can talk about Mr. Beast another time. I mean,
Jimmy.
I specifically want to talk about like next time. I want to talk about his editing style, YouTube editing versus documentary editing.
I've analyzed it. Just like,
okay, we'll talk about it next time. Okay, just to not end this podcast in such a dark note like this.
It is. It's I guess a little bit.
I guess we could talk about
it's life. It's reality, but
it is reality. I guess, how this is something that I used to ask when I interview people, like,